and welcome back to Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai with the Fall of the Dragon Empire mod. Last time around we were able to expand our empire in China. We were able to add a province. I was at risk of losing Guangdong, but instead we've been able to counterattack and actually take a settlement from the Chinese. I've also been able to start building a proper brigade here, which is a Algerian tirailleur brigade, which we are building right here. Not that anyone has requested it though. Something someone has requested is, if we go back up to Japan, is that someone did request the guard engineers. Now, problem with that was I didn't realize there is a limit on guard engineers. I think this will increase the more I upgrade and so on, so we will hopefully get more of the guard engineers. But right now it's only one unit, a single unit. So this is Kurt's chosen, the 85th regiment, because, well, it's a I guess I'll maybe add troops to this to make it a brigade, and there's only one proper engineer to start off with. Not entirely sure how we do. One thing that I did notice about these guys is they are fast. I haven't ended turn here. I moved him up here, and he still has the he was able to move from the capital up here, and he can move back. They're that fast. They've got insane movement range. So that's something I can probably use in some ways. Not entirely sure how. He's gonna join the main general Izzy though, and it's right next to here to Hio's 6th Brigade. I am recruiting. No one's asked for cavalry yet, but I am recruiting saber cavalry. So we'll have, in 3 turns, we'll have our first cavalry units come in and join Izzy's army. No one's asked for artillery either. So that's also up. I think, for this time around, because it's going to be a little bit tricky to keep track of all of the different brigades and so on, because I can't actually name them in-game, I'm only gonna do the ones where people request it. I'm not gonna give them out to people who don't request. Also, in terms of all of this, let's talk about the intro music. So I had someone say they didn't like the intro music, that I should play the normal French national anthem, the Marseillaise, if that's how you pronounce it. The thing is, though, I'm currently playing I think Departure of Syria is what it's called. I can't really remember what it's called in French, but it is called the Departure to Syria, and it was sort of the unofficial but de facto national anthem of the Second Empire, which is what we're currently playing as, although the Second Empire is not long-lived. I would say reasonably within a turn the Second Empire will implode, because we'll have the Battle of Sedan pretty soon, I'd say. If I recall correctly, it's 1870 in October, I think, that it is dissolved, because is it the October or is it September? Something along that line. Sometime during fall, which it currently is, the Second Empire will implode. So I think for this one, this will be the last one where I had this plan already to begin with, actually, where I was going to play the historically accurate national anthem to start with as the intro, and then I would switch because we're losing the Franco-Prussian War right now, and it's about to lose bigly, as they say in America. We're about to lose that bigly pretty darn soon here, as it's, I don't know, it doesn't say, it just says autumn, but I think it's it's sort of middle, or is it the start of autumn? I guess here would be the end of it. So maybe there's 2 turns left or so. So I'm gonna change over to sort of mark the end of the Second Empire. I also, with that, noticed that the victory conditions are set to 1870. So I need to complete this by the end of... So this clearly is wrong. They haven't modded this correctly, because this seems, you know, the campaign is way too short for this. Since you start in like 1868 or something like that, to be able to achieve this within 3 years of the campaign and, you know, less than 100 turns was not something I expected. We need to hold an additional 7 provinces plus the imperial capital within, you know, there's not a lot of turns left in 1870, so there's no way I'm able to do that. But I think it could be, you know, sort of show the end of the goal. These goals, let's say, these goals were set by Napoleon III and the Second Empire, with coming of the end of 1870 and the dissolvement and the exile of the emperor and the rise of the Republic again. The victory conditions could change, right? Because we have new leaders back in France. Also, I think because I haven't been able to field proper brigades, that could be because they were back home in France fighting the Germans. With the end of the war, these troops would be sent here. So currently, in a roleplay way, everyone who hasn't been able to field their brigade here yet, that's because they're back in France, trying to defend against the German or the Prussian onslaught. So that's why they haven't come, but they will come soon, because the Second Empire is not long-lived. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of funny the way that I was brought up again about this, because someone commented that they didn't like the departure for Syria music. They wanted the Marseillaise, the normal French. But in retort, I said, you know, that's the historically accurate one. The funny thing about this, I recognize who made the comment about this. He said like, oh, I still like the Marseillaise, it sounds better anyways. Not like the 2 videos earlier on another, he had said that this mod wasn't historically accurate. So he had complained about historically accurate stuff, but then he requested a non-historically accurate intro because he liked that one better. So I thought that was kind of a funny way, kind of funny how that played out. Anyways, I think we have said all the underlying things for this. What we'll start off with here is we'll attack this clan, and then we'll start to continue go north. We'll head over to Fukushima, and we'll also see what needs to be done in China. I'm not going to do any defensive actions in China, because we've kind of seen that, unless there's something interesting going on there. So I'll be focusing more on this side, and then I'll be showing as we go on the offensive in China. And hopefully now, or hopefully soon, since the war is over soon enough, that we'll see more brigades, proper brigades coming from France, as they're no longer needed for the war. I'm gonna send up the smaller units first, or the smaller armies, to make sure that they get... I think this army is gonna retreat because we're gonna overwhelm them. But I want to make sure that every time we fight, everyone is there to gain experience, so that we keep leveling these up. Because that, of course, affects their roles as Brigadier General and Major General, and that improves their skill at that. I do think this guy isn't gonna stay to fight. And he's actually gonna retreat. No, he did stay. The thing though is, it's like a pretty pointless battle because they have 4,000 men and I've got almost 8,000 men, so with 2 to 1, plus I've got artillery. But then again, I don't know if I can trust outer assault. So I guess I'm better off playing the battle. So with that, let's go ahead and play this battle and then end this siege here really quickly. Right, onwards to war. There we have them! Kurt's chosen men. The, what's it called? The engineers. They're gonna lead the lights, so they're gonna lead in front of the lights. And they're gonna take, together with Heo 6th, they're gonna take the hills here. While the infantry will march through in the center. And then on the right, I've placed my artillery. And with that, we should start. First thing first is I'm gonna switch to shrapnel shot. Right, forward. Maybe I should have put these into grouping ahead of time so I could move them more quickly. Looks like we're not gonna be able to get that far forward. I'm gonna have 3 as reserve on the hill. And then I'm gonna bring an extra 3 in flank. Right, here comes the shots. I thought I set it to shrapnel shot. Also, you can see how they always aim for like the flank. They're aiming at the general unit actually. Actually, they continue there. I will go ahead and micro that a little bit later. Alright, the way these guys are marching on, they're gonna march right on here. Actually, drop that, move into line. I want 1 light up here, then the rest of them into line around here. And then, as the enemy advances in to this fire here. Oh, now they've fired. I want to aim here because then you can fire through multiple units. Right, as you can see, they're marching straight into this fire, which means that I can bring these guys up on the flank. They're just going straight for us. This battle is gonna be a lot easier than I thought it would be. Okay, now they're stopping to fire. They're even firing their stupid bows at us. Shrapnel ripping into this unit. Even the general's getting hit here. They always say that, he never actually gets hit. Even though it might look like this was a pretty easy battle. I did notice this unit like here. The enemy marches up, sort of almost a Carolean tactic of marching up really close and then firing. And they're able to achieve quite high casualties on my frontline units here. However, are you guys able to fire? I don't think these guys were able to fire a single shot. No. I was hoping to use these guys in the battle. Why? Did any of these fire? Wait, what? This one got 39 shots on, or 39 kills. This one here got 130. The rest of these didn't do anything. I think if I'd actually been able to set this up properly, this flank, and had them fire there, probably would have saved quite a lot of manpower in this unit, which ended up losing 150 men. comparatively though, we might have had high losses on... I can see 3 units here in yellow. So 3 units with high losses. The enemy lost their entire army, so... Not really comparatively, but... Right. Enough of this. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual statistics of the battle. Here's the result of the battle. I was under the impression that sort of the auto-resolve after battle would kill off most of them. That was clearly not the case, because they have 2,196 men left after the battle. We only ended up killing not even half, 1,700 men were killed on the enemy side, while we lost 500. So while the enemy lost 3 times the amount of men we lost, I wasn't able to decisively win the battle. There was a previous battle that sort of lured me into the sense that, you know, pressing the end after the battle would sort of out-resolve us chasing the enemy down and would cause more casualties than if I tried to just continue and allow my men to shoot or chase them down. But clearly that's not the case. One thing that we can say though, there was not a single unit of friendly fire here. The enemy killed 512, I lost 512. That's gonna make it harder though to do the siege now, because we're gonna have 2,200 men retreating into the castle. Bloody hell. Or at least that's what I think. Izzy gains another star. Oh, they didn't retreat into the castle. They retreated off to the farmland over here. Meager soil. And they are not being replenished because that's another... That's my allies' territory. Right. I can sabotage the castle gates. Make it easier for me to get inside. No! He was executed in the process of doing that. And Izzy is not able to follow up the battle to replenishment in campaign movement range. Unfortunately, those 5% does not add right now, so I can't continue on. Instead, I'll have Hercule go ahead and lay the siege. No, and he doesn't make it either. And this one, which is still up for grabs, doesn't make it either. Great. Well, there's no more moves to make. I'll go ahead and end turn, and we'll see if the Chinese come up with something. And maybe there's a force to the north here that we don't know about. But we won the battle still, so that's something. Trade disrupted. We have another small ally that I'm afraid has been destroyed. We have mounting unrest in Hitachi. And trade routes raided. I think part of that is... Oh, now it's autumn. And autumn has come. Okay, so... we have 6 turns of autumn. which means that it would be within what? 4 turns? 4, I guess, would be when the Second Empire is basically dissolved. Alright, that brigade was built. I also built basic industry in Itachi. Maybe that's why they're angry. I put them to work in the factories. Factory, these guys down here in Totomi, they lost their province, which means we do have enemies advancing through this corridor. Now we have Sunpu, and then we have the Odawara ready to defend sort of this area, and then we of course have Kanazawa, which also holds the territory, but you can see they're kind of spread out. Will they defend all of this? Will they defend South Shinano as much as they might defend Wakasa, which is the current one? The thing is, I haven't seen the Americans getting destroyed, so I'm a bit confused as to where the Chinese are. Or no, the Americans are. Also, we seem to have met the Prussians somehow. I think Prussian ship has been spotted. I also spotted Chinese fleet. So here's one of those that are raiding our trade. Here's the Russians. Here's the Chinese raiding our trade. And then there was a third one, right? That's raiding our trade somewhere. Could be along this route. Up here, actually. No? Here? Yes. Let's continue along the coast here. I want to see if I can find the elusive Americans. Where are you, America? I don't know. Could be that they have a fleet or something somewhere. I don't know. Right. Back to this area though. So they did actually bring up a force. So there is an enemy force hiding behind the mountain. 19. I would lead with Izzy to get more points with him, but I wonder if... Right, there we go. There we go. There's the reinforcements. They've been spotted. This is a... What is this level of a castle? Doesn't really say. But is it, if it's similar to that one, I think these guys, this will be better to take these guys on in the field than to fight them in the castle battle. Now that they're spotted, it will be easier for us to attack them. So the main army will attack, and then we'll go from there. Can I exempt these from tax? Yes. It will save us a little bit. And development will increase. Hopefully maybe pro-shogunate sentiment increases enough that it should go up to 45 next turn. We are 4 turns away from this, which will increase the faction leader's honor, which should also increase happiness, and then faction-wide happiness and influence is spreading more rapidly as well. Was there something else that I was thinking about? Nothing really happened in China. I wonder though, the Prussians are happy with us, the British are hostile. With the loss of that trade, I would like to... I mean, why on earth do these guys do not want trade? Okay, they want me to declare war on Korea for trade agreement plus a single payment of 7,600. I don't know if it's worth it. They've got 9 provinces, which obviously makes for a pretty lucrative trade deal, but that's expensive. Also, declaring war on Korea though, I don't know if... I mean, the Koreans are very unlikely to strike at us, are they? But I don't know if I should go ahead and just willy-nilly declare war just because I want trade. I wonder how much we would make from that trade, though. As you can see here from the trade, most of these, like Sado and Sunpo, only have one territory, and then Fukuyama and Odawara has 2. So someone has 9 could potentially be quite a lot of money, actually. If we imagine it's around 500 per province, that could be close to 4,000 in trade. I don't think it will be that high, but it could be very high. A lot more than these. Anyways, let's go ahead and strike here. Okay, he decides to retreat. If I had my spy, he could follow. I guess we'll conduct the siege. With that, I will be in control of the province, and I'll see where everyone is. And that will make it easier then for me to spot that army and find it and destroy it. So with that said, we have yet another siege. Here's the results of the battle. We deployed close to 8,000 men against 3,000 defenders. I only lost 179 men compared to the enemy, which ended up losing their entire force. Note though that they killed 94, so I killed like 85 of my own men. Highest killers goes to unnamed unit, followed by the guard engineers. I put them into extra work since it's the first battle they get to shoot the bullet. They ended up losing 47 men as they stormed the walls, and they killed 368. We got the howitzer, the 160. Most of the work seemed to have been done then by a single unit. It's killed most of the enemy. I think a lot of the other kills here is just kills that have been divided out after. Right. We've then taken the castle and now revealed the position of 2 enemy forces, actually. Right. We are within striking distance, actually, for this one. I think we should follow up before he's able to slip away. Now we've got him where we want him. Now, obviously, we're going to leave 2 provinces behind us, though, that are unhappy with us. This one and this one, which could cause revolts in our back, which is not great. Wait, did I didn't burn it, did I? I kind of feel like I accidentally burned it. I will repair it, right? Can I halt that? Did I accidentally burn it? God damn it. That's not great. Burning the castle. Right. Let's go on to the battle then. They will not actually get reinforced by the second force, so I would say yes, it was a very good decision to attack. They've got 2 generals. They actually start off with 6,000 men compared to 4,000. We will outnumber them though once our reinforcement arrives. With that said, let's go ahead and start this battle, shall we? And there we're off. I'm starting with this really great hill, which I'm gonna organize the lights around. The lights and the engineers. So 6th Heos Brigade and 85th Kurt's Chosen. And then the line infantry will be drawn up below the hill, to the side of it. And then we of course will have the cannon up here as well. The enemy is holding its position. I thought they would take advantage of the fact that they start off numerically superior. With a numerical superiority. Maybe what I should say. They're moving now. They're extending their lines on either side. My artillery is about to set up. Got perfect view of the enemy. Looks like they're advancing now. I'm thinking these units can basically set up in light formation, and when they do, on the hillside here, they should potentially be able to fire basically the entire unit. I think. Alright. Shrapnel shot. They seem to be moving hard on this side. So I want shrapnel shot to go in there. And then I want you to be up onto that hill. And I want these 3 to come into the flank. We'll actually push the general up here to make sure that we've got maintained superiority here. Continue to bombard this side. One of their generals rides straight into the fire and gets annihilated. Yeah, it looks like the entire unit's able to fire when I place them like that. Look at them. They have not seen this, apparently. Which means that I can bring them up through the flank. Meanwhile, they're kind of advancing in a very odd way towards this. So I'll move them up to make sure that we're able to fire there. They seem to be focusing on the hill, or certain access points to the hill. So I'm gonna move up like this. Alright, this side was quickly destroyed. I didn't even get time to deploy the troops in my flank here. I will order a counter charge. And the enemy's broken before they even reach the hill and the counter charge. So I will abort counter charge and instead order men into line and to fire on the flank. And my troops up here on the hill is absolutely annihilating them. The enemies do seem to have a tendency, the way it's set up right in the mod right now, is to move straight into the attack. Okay, I'm gonna order these guys back slightly. The general is ordered up. About to set up into some kind of flank or something here. Inspire them. I want them to shoot once before I order them into a charge. The thing is, the guard engineers, they have muzzle loaders. Poor bastard. We didn't afford them proper rifles. Okay, order these guys back. And this line, this entire section needs to be ordered back. Because it's getting forced back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to order this entire section back. And I'm going to have the reinforcements take up position there instead. Oh crap, I have kind of sent them ahead of everything here. On this to move forward. Now the reinforcement here is coming in. Order that forward. Let's move them down and fire on this. I think I've taken on more than I can chew here. But the thing is, the fire from the supporting units is kind of enough to keep this unit going, but the engineers have lost a lot of men. They've lost a little over 50 men, but they've also killed a lot. Wait, is that the British Grenadiers that they're playing? I know that all those musics the music that they play when you do that is copyright music, so I'll stay away from watching that. It will give him the push to like quickly be able to gain the ground and kill a load of those troops as they're retreating. But it might be that I won't be able to actually feature that because, or I guess I could mute it. You can hear it even now, even though it's all the way over here. Right, you will charge here. Charging is not actually a great strategy. This unit's getting cooked by the enemy. General will be retreating and we'll set up these. The lights are charging into the back of this unit, which is shattering it. These guys hold out until 70 men. The lights come in the flank, and that's enough to save the unit. They were down to 59 men. Kurt's guys are still going at it. Still racking up the kills. They've gained their first chevron. They've definitely proven their worth. They've lost a lot of men though. They started off the battle with 163. So they've lost 61 men. But they've also killed over 500 enemies as they're chasing here. And the thing is, I don't know if you can see it, they carry big bloody axes. So they don't use their musket and bayonet, they use big bloody axe. This one, I mean, there's some units that we can possibly charge after here and shoot down, but I mean, the battle is over here, and we are victorious. And we've not only taken the enemy's most forward province, we've also smashed their army completely. As a result of the battle, we deployed 7,500 men against 6,100 of the enemy. We lost about 1,000 men, while the enemy lost 3,500. We have a remaining army of about 6,500, and the enemy has one of 2,600. Highest killers, I don't think I need to say which one it was. It was the Guard Engineers, which ended up killing 615 men. During the battle, though, they ended up losing almost half the unit, 61 men out of 163. Only gained 1 chevron, which is kind of poor, but we also have skirmishers doing pretty well at 4th place. And then also here, in a way, not being able to name, or the fact that these units are not named, it makes it very easy to see the named units here and how many kills they got. The enemy closed with us so quickly that artillery was not really able to get that many kills. They've been doing this in a number of battles where they charge us very quickly head on, and in certain areas where we aren't prepared in, micromanaged in the right way, they can cause a lot of damage. But most of the time it's complete rout. What I do need though is I need that cavalry, because 2,600 men managed to get away. We need to be able to wipe these armies out after battles. We gained a battle marker, the Battle of Toshigi. Am I receiving? Yes, I am receiving reinforcements from here. I'll move you slightly over there. I don't think this army will attack us. We're gonna have to move back though, and make sure we don't lose these 2 provinces that we have. Hitachi is in fact my most, or where I make the most money, so we need to protect that. Maybe I should call out my ships more to actually take out some of these fleets that are attacking my trade. But I think this is it for this. This is it for this episode. So for the next one, the Second Empire might very well be gone, and we might be looking at the Republic spawning in. And hopefully I'll be able to build up some more troops in China. We can continue the offensives there, and so on. And yeah, we'll be able to restore the Shogun to power in no time, though he'll be a French puppet. Imagine that if Japan became a French colony and they all started speaking French instead. Or like a mixture. It would be like a mixture of French, I guess, or Chinese. Or like they would speak French, not Chinese, god damn it, Japanese. A Japanese accent. Odd tidings in this alternate reality. But with that, it's kind of funny though, because just as a side note here at the very end, the Prussians are in fact very happy with us. So it looks like I would be able to set up a trade once they get a port, and also an alliance possibly. So that Prussian-French alliance, or at least one for the colonies here in Japan, since we've got the same motive to reinstore the Shogun. But now I'm finished with this episode. So, before here in the end, make sure to claim your brigades and the general. And with that, I'll end it. So, as always, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.